I'm your host, Tamara Bubble. This is another episode of UgonGetGot, where we expose scammers each and every Monday on the regular. We're just going to be exposing them. So you guys keep coming to the show, and we're going to keep exposing them. This week's sponsor is St. Ives Blemish Control, and you can get it on my Amazon store at bit.ly/all things bubbly. You can see what I'm talking about. So this is that scrub, get your skin real soft and real good. But it's available in my Amazon store, and it's this week's sponsor. Don't waste any of your time because it's late tonight. Thank you all for staying tuned in. Scammer alert, you know what time it is. Scammer alert, scammer alert, scammer alert. The next person that you see on this screen will be the scammer that we are exposing. We have a very juicy episode this week. And so you guys can get into that screenshot action once I post the person up. Here we go. Scammer alert is Lady Scribe, aka She Ready Events, aka Trey Hunter, aka SRE Media Group. So she goes by all of these names. She probably goes by additional names. So guys, if you've been scammed by this person and you'd like to be a guest on the show, just visit our website. It's allthingsbubbly.biz/TV and click on Be a Guest. Lady Scribe is perpetrating straight out of Seattle, Washington. And this week we actually had thanks for inviting, guys. But yeah, invite your people. If you know any artists, if you know any entertainers, anybody going to South by Southwest, anybody that paid some money to perform at South by Southwest, there is a scammer on the loose scamming at this year's showcase, at this year's conference. And we're going to put him on blast tonight because South by Southwest is coming up this weekend, I think it starts. So yeah, she's perpetrating at Babe's Showgirls. She's that was the venue that she used to do her scams. I'm just going to play real quick for you guys a little clip from the special guest that we have this week.
Hi, my name is King Classic from Houston, Texas. Think I got by a scammer by the name of Lady Scribe out of Seattle, Washington. Business name going by SRE Media Group. And also Tipper Die Nation out of Austin, Texas. J.O. and whole staff and faculty. Basically, I got scammed out of $600 for South by Southwest. They say that they hired Lady Scribe's SRE Media Group to go out and get talent, artists, strippers to come to their club. And when you go to try to perform, they tell you the slots for the show are not available anymore. The show is at Babes Austin in Austin, Texas from the 15th through the 19th. I was also informed by Lady Scribe that they have underage strippers with no identification coming to work at the club during South by Southwest. So also this is something that I don't want to be involved in. And
Word. So I actually stopped the recording. That was the recording that we received from our special guest because I was like, that's the title right there. Underage Strippers. We're going to get into it and we're going to find out what's really going on. So we actually met up with, thanks to technology, we were able to meet up with our special guest for this week. And I'm actually going to pull up for you guys the interview. Hello. Hey, Bubble on deck. What up? How are you?
I'm alright, man. Living.
You're living.
Making it happen.
Cool. Some people, when they do the show, they'll call in and they'll leave a message and maybe they don't want to, talk or answer any questions and they just kind of want to, say what happened and that's it. So usually like when the voicemail that you left, if you didn't do the interview, if we couldn't get you for the interview, we would have probably just played that message and then went over the evidence. But it's good when you come on the show because that way, people know that, hey, it's not a game. It's a real thing out here. Like a lot of people don't realize how many people get got, how many people get scammed. Male, female, model, actress, singer, rapper. It does not matter what you do. They're out here. And they know how many artists are out here. So they're scamming.
Right.
Last time I checked on like CD Baby. Have you heard of CD Baby or TuneCore? Any one of those sites? On CD Baby alone, the last time I checked, there's like 400,000 artists, right? So you know, you and I both know, like every city that you in, it doesn't even matter it doesn't matter anymore now. Every city that you in, there's a lot of artists, there's a lot of competition, but that's a good incentive for people to scam. If you just got $1 from every artist that's doing this, you got $400,000 just from the CD Baby artists. You know what I'm saying? There's artists on TuneCore, there's artists in every city, every state, every country, because it's easier and more convenient to make music. So I did this show to help expose who's out here scamming people, so that you can save some time or money. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I came on the show too, because I'm really doing I'm doing this for any artist that get got. Like I've been in a business for years, and I've never gotten got until now.
Wow.
And really, yeah, for real. Like I've been doing it for like 7 or 8 years. And I'm usually ironclad with everything, with contracts or what have you or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But these people got real slick this time. And when I got in contact with the actual facilitator of the venue and of the show, he was like, "Man, can you just help me?" Because he's not really internet savvy. He was like, "Can you just help me, like, put it out there so that if she got more people, if she got more money, you know what I'm saying, that we could expose them and try to get their money back."
Man, so the venue didn't even know about it. Okay, so let me just start officially. Let me start officially. Welcome to You Gon' Get Got, online show where we expose scammers and entertainment. And I have a very special guest this week and just a very interesting story. It kind of hit close to home because most of you guys know, if you saw episode 2, you know that I got scammed dealing with a South by Southwest issue as well. And I exposed that on the show earlier. But this week, we do have another guest, another unfortunate victim of the many scammers that are out here. He goes by the name of King Classic. So we want to welcome King Classic to the show. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Cool.
Right, man.
Thanks for coming on the show. Can you just tell us about yourself, all of what you do, how long you've been doing it, your passion? Just speak on that.
Okay. I'm King Classic, Rick Ross Music Group, the real Rick Ross. The real Rick Ross is not a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Not talking about Fat Boy or what have you or whatnot. I'm a hip-hop artist out of Houston, Texas. I've been doing it, really rapping all my life, but doing it professionally for about 7 years. I first was a radio host. Then I kind of transited back into the music once I took it real serious and started establishing myself as a business, as a brand. Like I said before, I never got in the business. Usually all my contracts are ironclad, iron tight, but people always devise ways to try to get people. And like I was saying, telling everybody before, like, I got the amount of money doesn't matter to, you know what I'm saying, the ethics of people and what they do and how they go about doing what they doing.
Yep.
Luckily, I got a legal team. I got a whole bunch of different people. I got a support system to where I can recover whatever, you know what I'm saying, and make that back. But for anybody else out there, you got to watch these people, what they doing when you go into these big music festivals and you go to these big concerts and people try to blow stuff up bigger than what it really is and act like they are who they really not. So, that's why I came on the show, to just put awareness out there for those who don't have it like that can't make the money back. This might be the last dime they spending on an opportunity, and you know what I'm saying? They might never be able to do it again. I still got 3 shows at South by Southwest. I'm doing shows on 6th Street. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not as affected as somebody who's not able to still get out there and do that.
Go ahead and tell us real quick where you're performing. Give us the dates and the venues and stuff. Shout out those.
Okay, I'm performing at the 512 bar that's on 6th Street. That's with the Get Money Stop Hating tour. Jess Jones. They got Young Buck coming out. Corey Guns coming out. Lil Flip, Chanel the Young Money. And a couple other artists. I forgot the one chick that's gonna be there. She just made a new song that all the kids like, but I forgot her name. I think it's like Nico or something like that. I forgot what her name is, but they got pretty good, you know what I'm saying, pretty good lineup of acts. I go on before Young Buck. They put me on another show on the 16th at the same venue. It's just a daytime show at South by Southwest, but anybody, they can follow me on my Instagram, Official King Classic, or my Twitter, _King Classic, and stay updated with, the shows I got going on. I'll be promoting pretty heavy before we go out there.
Cool. So yeah, guys, definitely follow him if you're in Austin that week. Come through and check him out, and let him know you saw this show, and that's what brought you out there. So that would be dope too. Okay, so King Classic, can you tell us? I know you did a brief intro. We have that too, but can you just kind of a quick overview of how you found out about the situation, and the details around the scam, like what actually happened?
Okay, so basically, excuse me. Basically, I was starting early, booking my shows for South by Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing promotions on Instagram and Twitter and whatnot, and I came across a show at Babes Austin in Austin for South by Southwest. Now, this is not to slight Babes Austin. This is not to say that they actually had anything to do with it, because I talked to the proprietor and the facilitator of the venue and the event, and he himself is trying to recover the little $600 that I lost.
Okay.
The amount is just $600. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it could have been way worse. It could have been way more. And it's probably 100 other people who got for the same amount. So like you said, $1 times 400,000 is, you know what I'm saying, 400,000.
Yeah.
What's 600 times 100? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's crazy. And they're promoting that they had over 300 artists booked or what have you or whatnot. Basically, a girl by the name of Lady Scribe, that is the scam artist, Lady Scribe, out of Seattle, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Her business is named SRE Media Group. They're just complete scam artists, basically, and like anybody else, it's kind of like the homeboy hookup type people, where they might know somebody in the overall group of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And what I found out from the actual guy, who's named J.O., that's at I'm Real Live on Instagram, what I found out is that she knows his basically group, the promotions group, and the people that's doing the show. She's been trying to put herself on the show and do things to facilitate with the show, and he doesn't want to work with her. He doesn't want to work with her because he stole some money from one of his partners last year at South by Southwest.
Wow.
So he didn't want to do any dealings with her or what have you or whatnot. But she took it upon herself to copy and paste the promotion for the show, make up her own email. She has like 5 different emails, make an email that's hooked up to a PayPal to get people to send money to her, you know what I'm saying, bookings for the show. And like now he's really concerned because he feels like it's going to be 100-some artists coming to Babes Austin trying to perform.
Yep.
He's like, they didn't give me any money, so they're not going to be able to perform.
Man. So they're not even going to find out about it until the day of the show. When they invited all their people to come through, they're not even going to be able to perform because the money is given to someone else. You know what? I was going to ask you that because I had looked through the evidence, right? And the email that you guys sent the payment to, when I typed it to Google Plus, it popped up Trey Hunter. But no post or anything was underneath the account. It just looked like a blank account they was using to collect money. So I wanted to ask you, have you ever met or heard or spoke to a Trey Hunter? Is that even a real person? Because she may be using that alias. Because that money definitely went to her, I think.
Trey Hunter doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even a real person. What she did was just made up a name, added an email to a PayPal account, and taking money right there. So when it's time for her to get ghost, she can leave, and you know nobody will be none the wiser. But like what really messed her up is the fact that I do my research, and what she did was attached her actual real company to the fake account. So, you know what I'm saying? I went and looked up who she really was. I got her personal number, and when I called her, she was shaking in her boots. The whole time, like, she's been scared, trying to hide, trying to tell all kind of people that I'm finna come after her and have her beat up or what have you or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
But even that, like, just give the money back. If you're so worried somebody's gonna come get you, just pay the money back. You're running the scam. You got caught. Broke, you got busted. You know get the money back. And if you want the situation done with.
Right. But if you're broke and you're a roach, you try to do everything you can to hold on to the little crumbs and stuff you got. You know what I'm saying? You can tell I really don't have to worry about anything. I got the same amount times 2. You know what I'm saying? But for those artists, don't have that. you know what I'm saying, you gotta be none the wiser.
Right.
You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying?
Did you sign a contract with her?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I requested one.
Okay.
I requested the contact information to the actual facilitators of it. She's talking about she signed a non-disclosure agreement to where you can't tell who actually is facilitating the event, and that's complete bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's garbage.
Yes. Oh my God.
All those were signs that, you know, she was fake. She was a fraud.
Yeah.
And I started getting involved with it. Another thing also I want to tell anybody out there, PayPal, you know what I'm saying? If you haven't made one single payment and then that was just it, PayPal is not as efficient as they seem. They buyer's protection program is bullshit because all you can say that somebody made 2 different payments for something and that's enough for it not to be covered by buyer's protection, and that's complete bullshit. The only reason I even made a payment was because I thought that PayPal was safe, and if I knew that PayPal wasn't safe, I wouldn't have made that payment. I don't make payments without agreements. I don't make payments without having something official signed or using an official way to pay in order if something happens, I can get my money back. So I have to go dispute it through my card company and have all types of other legalities brought into it to actually, you know, get the money back. And at this point, I'm not really concerned about the money. I'm concerned about her getting put out there,
right?
You know, and other people not doing business with her and her not taking more people's money. That's more of my concern than the little $600. I got that.
But no, still, even if it's a little $600, it's your money nonetheless. So after this interview, actually, I'm gonna send you an email with some additional resources that you can go to try to get your money back still, because it's still your money. Like, you could have some J's or some anything. You know what I mean? You could have blew it on anything.
I'm also going to report her company to the Better Business Bureau in the city that she's in. You know what I'm saying? So that other people are aware that, you know what I'm saying, she's bogus and don't do business with her.
Yeah, I really respect and admire how you approach the whole situation too, because it wasn't just like, you know, a lot of people will do like, oh, I'm blast them on Facebook, online, and that just be the end of it. And people don't really know what really happened. But I appreciate and respect that you came forward to help other people, your competitors even, because there's be other artists watching that, you know, could see something like this. But honestly, you're going to make it if you're going to make it if you good anyway. So exactly. I wish you the best of luck in all that. And I just want to thank you for sharing your story. I want to ask you a couple more questions. Just kind of, so I guess you probably already answered this question, because I was going to ask you, what made you send the money? Like, were you comfortable? It probably was a combination of 2 things. I don't want to answer it for you, but I'll just give a hunch at it. Was it PayPal? You thought that they were safe? Maybe you were trying to book a lot of shows at once, and so you were kind of in a hurry to get them locked down and get the dates and everything confirmed. Did you feel any pressure coming from her, like, hey, we got a short deadline, you got to send in the money like that? Because sometimes that's how scammers operate. Kind of give us a little intel on how she operates, basically, to get people to send her the money.
Really what it was, if I can verify who you are, the person, then I feel like even if you try to screw me over, I'm gonna get it back one way or another. You know what I'm saying? PayPal, I've never had this issue with before. If I disputed something, I always got my money back. And if somebody else disputes something, they get their money back. So I'm like, as long as I'm using PayPal, I'm good. Which I find out that's not true. You know what I'm saying? You got to do a little bit more protection on your money if you want to do something. Yes, I was trying to book things ahead of time, because I'm not going to lie. Normally, I'm last minute. Normally, you know what I'm saying, I don't do it as fast as I should. And this year, I was able to get a leg up and get different things locked in. You know what I'm saying? But I was still blessed by the Lord. You know what I'm saying? When I booked one show with the Get Money, start making sure they put us on another free show. So you know what I'm saying? That's 2 shows I have out there, and then I have other opportunities to be on other shows later in the week. I'll be down there from the 16th to the 19th.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I have to take everything with a grain of salt. You know, and I learned my lesson. I usually go with contracts. I usually go with, you know what I'm saying, the more accredited people, and it was just somebody who attached themselves to somebody else who is really real, and I ended up getting them on the phone, and I actually have a phone conversation with him saying she's not supposed to be taking any money. She basically fucked over his people last year and all that. I can send that to you guys, or I could play it, whichever one, you know what I'm saying, you would like.
Yeah, if you have it now, you can play it real quickly, or you can email it. Yep.
I'll just play the one where he's saying that she's not supposed to be taking the money and how everything just came about.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Here it goes. Make sure if you can hear it. Can you hear it? Okay, I tried to appeal their decision, and then they said they wouldn't. After I appealed their decision, they said I couldn't appeal it again. So I just called them and tell them, like, I didn't get my services or whatever, and they need to do something about it. Yeah. But you gonna charge back your person. Alright, well, I mean, I'm gonna try that, and I already started the dispute with my card, so the chargeback is coming. Alright, well, I mean, I'm gonna have to try that. Alright, well, I mean, I'll see what it is, and I guess I'll let y'all know what's going down from that point. But still, I'm gonna cover my hand. I'm gonna get on her ass. Don't worry about it. I'm just trying to help you get your money back. You know what I mean? And that way, when I talk to the other people, I can tell them how to get their money back. Yeah, it ain't no telling how many people Lady Scribes done got. Man. So we're just trying to get you clear. Once we get you through the process, man, then I'll be able to tell others how to get their money back. Because I don't have it. Damn. So I'm just trying to get you, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get you your money back, and then I'm gonna deal with her on the evil shit later. On the other end. But right now, I'm just trying to walk through the steps to get you your money back. Okay, well, if I'm not successful in getting my money back, I need a part of that legal issue too. Because PayPal, everything's supposed to be protected through PayPal, and that's the only reason why I sent the money. I would have never sent no money if I didn't feel like my purchase or what I was buying would not be covered. That's what you call them and tell them that my service wasn't provided, and I wouldn't use PayPal if I didn't feel like my money was protected. And, you know, that's the basis of what it was, you know what I'm saying? I have more recordings of them saying that she wasn't supposed to have the money. She stole money from his partner last year. You know, that's J.O., the guy that's really running the show, and he's the facilitator of the show. And, you know what I'm saying, they own Babes. You know, it's a group of guys that own Babes Austin.
Okay.
And they've been doing shows for a while. So she basically is like a little thought trying to latch herself on to what they got going on and try to get in what you fit in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I know like exactly what you're saying. That's crazy.
Like a little groupie or something.
Man. Well, let me just say this. I definitely think we have more than enough evidence for the show, and I'm going to share that evidence after I finish playing this interview. We normally air live on Mondays. It's usually around 8-ish. And I'm actually going to push the other episodes back because yours is like South by Southwest is coming up right now. And so I don't know if she's still promoting. I don't know if she's still trying to reach other artists. So I want to go ahead and put the show out. So we're probably going to...
She blocked me on Twitter, didn't block me on Instagram, so I'm able to see her page. But I wanted to do this interview first, too, because once I'm promoting the actual shows I am going to put out, you know what I'm saying, a scam alert on her. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And try to direct people back to the actual facilitator of the show. If they got by her, then they need to, you know what I'm saying, hurry up and follow the process and do what they need to do, you know, ASAP.
Man, King Classic, thank you for coming on the show. Like, I'm just trying to do this. I'm an artist too, so I hate to see this stuff happen because it's like it's bad enough we have so much money we got to put out for like music, videos, production, recording, all that stuff, promotion even. And then when you try to showcase, when you're trying to do it the right way and grind or whatever, there's people out here taking your money for no reason. So I thought that was raggedy, and that's why I started this show. But I thank you for coming on in, because, without the guests, without people sharing their stories, I didn't get got by everybody. I don't know everybody out here scamming, so I can't announce everybody. You know what I'm saying? So with each artist or model or actress that comes forward, it's, it just helps the indie community. So I wish you the best. If I was going to be out there, I don't think I'm going to be out there this year, but definitely if any of my people going to be out there, I'm going to try to tell them to check out your shows. And thank you for coming on the show. I don't know if you have anything else. Cool.
Thank you for having me. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm King Classic. Y'all can follow me anywhere. I'm on Spotify, Tidal, Google Play, Amazon. You know what I'm saying? The quickest way to get to me, though, is my Instagram, official King Classic, or my Twitter, @_King Classic. And yeah, man, watch out for them scam artists.
Yeah.
Because it could be, you know what I'm saying, way worse than that. I've known people that have gotten for thousands of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And when they came to the show, it was a showdown at the Ava Center. People paid thousands of dollars to come perform and meet him. And not only did they not perform, he walked in the building and walked out. And that was it. You know what I'm saying? He went to the strip club after that, and it was bad. It was real bad. People were, you know what I'm saying, complaining, trying to find a dude that got money in. And at that point, it was like he got the money. He's still here in Houston.
Right.
Nobody did that to him. And, they ain't get their money back. So it was like all a farce,
Yeah.
So people just watch out for that type of stuff, man. And thank you for having me on the show.
Definitely. And what I'm going to do now is just pull up the evidence and show you how bad, these people, they'll get you. And if you're not paying attention, if you're not up on it, if you let one little thing go by, just forget to do one little tiny piece of research that you didn't think was that important, they're going to get you each and every single time. So let's just go ahead and go through this evidence real quickly. All right, so we talked earlier, and you guys got that screenshot action. You know how to take the screenshots. It's the home button and the power button. Press it at the same time. You'll see the little camera float up in Periscope. But this is our scammer for the week, Lady Scribe, a.k.a. She Ready Events, a.k.a. Trey Hunter. So she's pretending to be a man on the low. And a.k.a. SRE Media Group. And she's perpetrating way from Seattle, Washington. Like, she's way in the Northwest, out here getting people got in South by Southwest. So that was the event, the flyer that she was promoting and apparently scouting talent and strippers from. And so that's how we got that scandalous title, because we don't know really what's going on, but we heard that there was some underage strippers or something. But we're not even going to get involved with that. We're going to get involved with the situation. And so King Classic sent in some supporting evidence, and so we're going to go through that really quickly. If you look on the left-hand side and in the middle columns, those are 2 PayPal receipts showing that he paid for 2 slots. Even if you look at the note at the bottom, it says for slots at South by Southwest show, Babes Gentlemen Club, for artist King Classic and Miss Bundy. He has their contact numbers, but we bleep those out with UgonGetGot because y'all don't need to know that. But it's just proof of payment, guys. And then on the right-hand side, if you look at the third column, it's a Facebook message, and that's how he's been contacting her. You'll see the name, the ship-to name, and the name of Facebook is the same. He paid for this stuff. So I'm going to go through the evidence and show you that she acknowledged that he paid. She acknowledged that she was trying to give him the money back, but she still has not given him the money back. Also, the payment that was made, if you look at the sent to in PayPal, it says breaking ground /SRE energy source mmg@gmail.com. That PayPal account is her email address that she is, her Gmail account that she's running under Trey Hunter, but that's her. So she got the money. And you'll see further on down the line that she's trying to pretend that, she needs to check with whoever else to see if they can get the money back. But she was the one that received the money. So just look at the messages. February 5th. Okay, cool. February 9th. I still haven't received the info on the exact date and time. Real quickly, if you look to the left-hand side, you'll see he made these payments. The top left-hand corner, January 29th, he made the first payment. February 1st, he made another payment. So she's had the money now. And now it's time for her to deliver the dates, right, for the performance slots. So he said he hadn't received the info on the exact date and time because, you know, like most artists, they want to get the information as soon as possible. Once they confirm a gig, they need to start promoting it so that people can come through. So Lady Scribe responded, I received your info over the weekend. He said, all scammers say that crap. They're just going to give money back and never do. Yep, they always say they're going to give the money back, and then you usually don't hear from them anymore. So let's go through this conversation. He says, I still haven't received the info on the exact date and time. Lady Scribe said, I received your info over the weekend, but your response didn't include the preference date, so I'm working on the lineup now. So it's always an excuse. She said, also keep in mind, I don't know who we is because she got the money. We won't start promoting heavily until 3 weeks out. Okay, so I guess the event planners in general. He said he put March 18th. So she's stalling for time saying, oh, you never gave me a date that you prefer to perform on. He said, hey, I wanted March 18th. So she said, I'll send your time slot and check-in information. That was February 18th. So now this is another message, continuing conversation within Facebook. It says 2016 South by Southwest performance confirmation. So this looks like a copy of maybe an email address. So anyway, she booked him for March 18th at 4:45 p.m. The location of the venue would be sent 7 days prior to event. I'm not sure why you need to be promoting the venue as well as the date and time. But they already knew where the venue was because he knew he was performing at Babe's Gentleman Club. Anywho, it says payment, because of the payment issue, which I don't know why there was a payment issue. You guys all saw. If you didn't see, look again. He paid in PayPal weeks in advance. It says because of the payment issue, please understand that no matter what, an hour give or take of the above time must be honored. Okay. Whatever. So she said, we have over 300 artists this South by Southwest 2016 Music Week. And guys, I want to let you know now that if that is the case, there are a couple hundred artists that are going to show up to that venue expecting to perform and will be embarrassed, will have wasted additional travel expenses, hotel expenses, and will not get to perform because they gave their money to the scammer Lady Scribe. Okay, so the conversation continues in the middle column, guys. It says, I need to speak to someone. This is not organized. You keep changing dates, times, being unclear on the specifics. I have management you can talk to. They handle all the legalities. If you would prefer to handle this booking with them, I would say they are... Oh, if you would prefer to handle this booking with them, I would. They are located in Los Angeles, so they're closer to you than I am at this point. So, right, she's in Washington State, Northwest. So he's just ready to be done with the whole keep changing the times and dates. And you guys didn't see that conversation going on, but basically they've changed the date from March 18th, which, as you guys, most of you guys may know, especially if you're an artist, you can relate to this. If you book a date, whether you're a comedian, artist, whatever, when that date is locked in and you've been promoting that date, it gets really inconvenient. You probably already pressed up flyers. You've probably already pressed up posters and put up these things. You've announced it online. And now you have to go back and backtrack and change those dates and times. So it's not good to have someone that's not going to lock in a date for you, especially after you've already paid them for the slot. So he didn't appreciate the back and forth. So she said, I'm actually seeing if they will refund you because at this point, I don't think nothing will satisfy the situation. We made calls yesterday and that's the latest slot at Babe's. I've been booking for them for years and never had this many issues, and I want to make sure you get your money back. So she knows, she acknowledges he paid, and she's working, quotation marks, she's working on getting his money back. She said, I personally dialed your number, you didn't answer, and because of the time zones with the promoter, I couldn't circle back to you. We're not doing a three-way call tomorrow, I guess, but I'll call you to schedule your performance time. So they're still going back and forth trying to figure out when he's going to perform. I didn't text you at all. He said, my number is blah, blah, blah. You have me confused with somebody else. So I guess she's stalling in. Or maybe there's 300 artists she has to deal with and figure out who she owes money to. So she's starting to get a little confused. So he said, what time should I be receiving the call for the info on the show? And I think we can go past that point. I think these pages may be out of order. This conversation, I believe, came before the other one. So it said, you called me from that number and another number, and I saved both. Your slots are... So, right, they changed the dates from March 18th at 4:45 p.m. to now March 17th. And so, like I said, guys, he's going to have to go back. Both him and Miss Bundy are going to have to go back and changed the dates, any flyers they pressed up. That's money. That's additional wasted money. So when you've paid money for your slot, you want things done and ran professionally. And if not, you may need to back out of the situation. And so that's what ended up happening in this case. And he's not been able to get his money back. And that's because Lady Scribe is not actually the booking agent for this event. She is collecting money and not actually involved in the situation. And so why does a scammer always get mad at the person they scam? I know. It's like, how you mad? I paid you. I'm trying to get this whole date situation set up because he's still being a professional. He still wants to perform as many shows as possible at South by Southwest. You see, he said in the interview, he lined up 3 more, even after this whole scam situation. So he's on his grind and trying to get the promotion that he needs properly at South by Southwest. So I salute that. So she had changed the slots to March 17th. She said she doesn't stay online 24 hours, nor do her interns. She'll send an email confirmation later tonight. So I'm pretty sure she's not paying them interns. Good luck, interns. But when they get your money, that's usually when they get real smart with it. Like, oh, I don't do this, or oh, don't call me at these hours, or oh. But if they're trying to collect that money from you, or they're willing to pick up the phone at those hours, they're willing to, go that extra mile to get hold of the money. And then once that happens, you can't hear from them. So she said that, right. Yeah, so she said that he called or text after 4 a.m. Her time. Okay, so keep in mind, they are in 2 different time zones, so he may not have realized that it was that late. If that was the case, he probably was just like, I need to know when I'm performing, what's up with my money, give me the money or the show. Like, do it. And do it professionally and stop changing the dates around. So he said she said, no other artists call or contact my phone at those hours. Please understand, I would never contact you at those hours. So I get it. If he called at 4 a.m., he probably, it's 6 a.m. his time or 7 a.m. depending on what coast and time zone. And if you ain't got your money, I don't care if it's like Kalamazoo a.m. You're trying to find out what's going on. So I get why he called, and I get why maybe she didn't answer. But come on, customer service. They've put their money up. Like, figure this out. And just confirm the show date so that he doesn't have to keep going back and forth. So he said that he already had all this information. He also has every confirmation from the Trey Hunter guy. Remember, guys, Trey Hunter is not... This is Trey Hunter. Real quick. That is Trey Hunter. So when he's saying that name, I know he's got because she just set up another Gmail account with that fake name so that it looks like a bunch of people are involved. So she said, I have this. He said, I have this already. I also have every confirmation from the Trey Hunter guy. Clearly, there were discrepancies with the dates. It should have been clean and clear. You perform here at this time. That's it. He's absolutely right. I also been going to South by Southwest for years. I'm not a rookie. Paying is the hardest part. The slots and the schedule should already be made and assigned. He's absolutely right. You confirmed me for the 18th. How did it switch to the 17th? It's a big, huge inconvenience to have to retell your fans, re-promote an event that you've already put out, money for designs, flyers, and spent time posting these things up. You probably hired a street team to reach more people. Like, it's ridiculous, guys. What if you ran Facebook ads or YouTube video with that photo with the wrong date on it? That's a big deal. And so he can update on his website, but if people don't check back, they're gonna come the wrong date, thinking he's performing on the 18th, and they'll miss his show that had been switched to the 17th. So he said, I had to call my management because I'm not clear on the days, and they want to know to start promoting an event that I'm performing at. Exactly. So even his management, even his family and friends that are going to attend there, any of his fans that are going to promote for him, they all have wrong information. That is a big problem. So I read this guy to you that she was saying that they were going to see if they will refund. I see those bombs and those gunshots in the chat room. I'm actually seeing if they will refund you because at this point I don't think nothing will satisfy the situation. We made calls yesterday and that's the latest slot. I've been booking for them for years and never had this many issues. So she made it like it was his problem, like that he's just not being patient or he's just not understanding. No, boo-boo. They can't promote a show that they don't have locked down. And if you keep changing the dates, they may want to back out of the show because they believe that you are no longer professional. And if they've given you money and you can't, give them a confirmed date and time, give them the money back. If he's such a headache, give him the money back. Like, this is my whole thing with scammers. Is the big deal. Why can't you give the money back? Like, it's not your money. It really is not. Unless you had a no refund policy and you were going to honor what you said you were going to do, you were going to sign the date and time, and that's going to be it. But if you're going to keep going back and forth, switching the dates, switching the hours, switching the time frames, you can't promote that. And so if they want their money back, get money back. Get money back. So, y'all. And we're going to go to our next segment now. Is y'all ready? I don't think y'all ready. We're going to go to our next segment. It's called Viewer Letters. Guys, if you have a viewer letter that you would like to send to the show, you know where to send it. The website is right there on the screen, allthingsbubbly.biz/TV. And we have actually 3 types of viewer letters that you can send in. You can send in a Ask the Bubble if you just want advice from moi, and I'll give you the best advice that I possibly can. You can you can expose someone in your life. It doesn't have to be entertainment, but it's that segment is called Trifling or Nah, where you're just asking the audience and me to vote and acknowledge whether this situation that you expose, whether it's trifling or if maybe you're being petty and it's not really that serious, okay? And then there's a third segment that we have. It's called Say Something Nice, where you guys can recommend legit professionals only. Don't recommend your homeboys just to do them a favor. Don't shout out the people that's not legit, that's just still on the come up. This is a resource for artists, actors, entertainers, comedians, models, whomever has been scammed or has not even been scammed. Just a positive resource for someone in the game, in the entertainment biz, that is worthy of doing business with. Okay? So we're going to get into the first letter. This is a Trifling or Nah that we got. And it's from Donisha. Okay? So this is a Trifling or Nah, guys. So I'm going to need you guys to vote. Just in the chat room, just say whether it's trifling or not. Okay? So, okay, friends, I need advice. My neighbors got a Chihuahua over the Christmas break, and I never saw them outside with it. So I thought maybe they have a little potty pads because it's so cold outside. She's actually in Washington State as well, so I know it's really cold. Well, a couple of weeks ago, she might have ran into Lady Scribe. Because let me leave that alone. We're on the next segment. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I noticed it started to smell like pee next to the door, and I thought maybe I was just smelling things. Well, now it's like 2 weeks later, and the smell is getting stronger and stronger, and I know my dogs have never peed on my doormat, and my neighbors don't have a doormat. So now I'm thinking to myself, okay, they must be letting their dog pee on my doormat, but wasn't going to do anything except throw away my mat because I don't have proof. Except the pure stench of pee when you turn the corner to where my door is. Oh, no, they didn't. Well, tonight, as I'm stepping out to leave, I see them shove their dog inside, and she goes, oh, sorry, he just pooped right there. Sorry. Sorry, let me keep reading. Guess where? On my doormat. So now I'm just pissed because I know now for sure they just let it go there and not care. I don't know whether to talk to them or management. I feel like either way could lead to a drama I don't want to deal with, but at the same time, dog pee in my mat not only stinks, but it's just disgusting and disrespectful opinions. So guys, type in the chat room if you think, oh man, if you think this is trifling or not. If dog pee, right. I don't need a vote. Like, this is raggedy trifling. Like, go to their front door with the doormat and wipe that mat on their side of their house. Like, wipe it on their doorbell and see how they feel. See how they feel about wasting your mat, because that's like ridiculous. First of all, you're already going to lose out on money because they're peeing and doodling on the mat, right? So you're either going to give them the mat or you're going to throw it out and buy another one, which they're going to send their dog back over. So I would give them the mat, but go to their house. I know you didn't ask the bubble. I know you didn't ask for advice, but I got a little bit of advice for you because people are trifling and people do crazy things. And if you're too nice, you can't be too nice in this world. Be nice, treat everybody kind, okay? But when people are petty, there's a level of petty that you can steep down to that will make you smile at the end of the night, okay? And so what I need you to do, Donisha, is to stop being that nice, okay? And I need you to take that doodle mat and wipe it on their doorbell and then let them keep the mat. Just write a little note on it. You can keep the mat so that not only, this is kind of nasty though, but now if anybody like the postman, anybody, whoever touching their doorbell gonna get a little bit of that doodle, they're gonna get a little bit of that stench, and they'll stop visiting their house. And maybe with the mat by their door, now, okay, they can keep that mat because you were going to throw it out anyway. but now they got their dog doodle on their mat in their house with that stench over there. Keep your stench over there, okay? So, so that's the segment, trifling or not. Teach them a lesson, word. Like, you're not going to be peeing and doodling on my mat, and I'm going to just throw it away and not say nothing. Okay, I got your pee-pee and doodle. So this is our Say Something Nice. We're going to move on from the trifling things that happen around here. And for this segment, if you'd like to, once again, submit something positive for this. And don't expose nobody on Say Something Nice. Okay, keep it nice. Okay, keep it classy. You want to submit some things, go to allthingsbubbly.biz/TV. This week, Say Something Nice is a special shout out to Artist Launch, and which is ran by Karen Marie Mason. I actually met her briefly at A3C conference last year, I think. I think that's where I initially met her. But I'm actually a member of the Artist Launch group. It's a Facebook group. It's a closed group. It's private. But if you're an entertainer, especially if you're an artist, allthingsbubbly.biz/TV. Yes, you got that site exactly right. So just click on the Facebook group. It's facebook.com/groups/artist launch. And I'll read her welcome message. It says, welcome to Artist Launch, a creative, supportive, and informative space. Keep in mind, informative space for artists, musicians, producers, composers, and those of us who work with them and beside them. It's all about moving from point A to point B in a supportive atmosphere where feedback is genuine and often. And one of the things, Marie Mason and that group, because I'm a member of that group, and they are very supportive. Like, it's a different breed of artistry. Like, they really do support you in that group. They share information, they ask questions, they provide answers to your questions, and they're just supportive of new music, new artists, the come up. Like, it's a well-respected group, and I think you would benefit from being a part of it just for the information that Karen shares in there. So she gets articles, she gets like research and sources and things that you can learn as an independent, or even if you're signed. It's just a dope group for entertainers and just creatives to be a part of, just from the information that she shares. She also does free webinars, so it would benefit you to get some like free information. And then she does like bonus like workshops if you need more information on detail and stuff like that. But it's ways for you to get money, in the entertainment industry, whether it be through music licensing, she just does a lot of dope stuff. And so I just have to shout her out. For example, this is Zoan out here in the streets. So this is one of her posts. This is an example of the types of things that she posts. This is the Recording Academy, the Grammy people. The Los Angeles chapter, if you're a member of the Grammys, by the way, you can become a member of the Grammys for $100. So, like, you really should be a member. This way, you can possibly get nominated. You never know which song of yours is going to pop off, and you need to be a member of the Grammys so you can get your Grammy, okay? But the Los Angeles chapter, this is, as a member of the Recording Academy Los Angeles chapter, I'm excited to share the recent announcement of the upcoming Grammy Showcase. So now you ain't got to be showcasing on South by Southwest. You can showcase on the Grammy stage. Well, I don't know if this is the part that's going to play on TV, but anywho, it's just a showcase and a call for entries from independent artists. So they're creating a platform. How about you go be a part of that platform? Cool? So the Grammy Showcases have built a successful track record of exposing new emergent talent to industry professionals and fans. This is your opportunity to perform live at the Los Angeles Grammy Showcase. The entry deadline is April 1st, 2016, so you guys need to hurry up and apply, especially if you're a member of the Los Angeles chapter. The showcase is actually Tuesday, May 17th. And to enter for a complete list of rules and regulations, you can visit, it's a very long website, guys, so, screenshot, do what you got to do. And then type that in, but it's GrammyPro.com. The Los Angeles side, you'll find it. And this event is open to unsigned artists and or artists without major label distribution. Cool? So that's just a small example of the things that Karen Marie Mason posts in the Artist Launch group. So guys, once again, go to facebook.com/groups/artist launch and check out the group. Join the group. Say hey, Bubble, because I'm in there. I'll be in there helping people out and just like you now. Helping get my little community going. Yeah. So we're going to go to the last segment of the show. You know what it is, guys. This is the time where you guys are going to vote. This is called the Don't Quit Your Day Job. And I know you guys know how to vote. Just in case you don't, here we go. I need to see emojis. I need to see hashtags, Don't Quit Your Day Job. If this is the segment where we showcase the talent of the person that revealed the scammer for the week. So you guys remember who that was. that was King Classic, right? He came on the show and he told us about Lady Scribe. He exposed her for the scammer that she is. So what we're going to do is play, if you look at that blue line at the bottom, money over here. Money over here. I don't know if that's how it goes. I haven't heard the song yet. But we're going to play a snippet of that song, and we want your honest feedback. He would appreciate your honest feedback. I would appreciate if you would give honest feedback, because that's what I'm going to do. So, because people can't improve if they don't know, how you feel about it. Honestly, not even if how you feel about it. Would you buy it? Give that type of feedback for these independent artists, for these major artists, for whomever. Just like honest feedback is only going to make them grow, regardless of who they are. It'll let them know whether you would pay or not. So, right? So, thumbs up, thumbs down. And we're going to get into his single, Money Over Here. Now, I'm going to play like a minute. I'm not going to play like... So, thumbs up, thumbs down. Let us know how you're feeling it. I think it's cool. Salute to King Classic, because I was just really major coming on the show. Houston, Texas, baby. He in that Beyonce land. Oh, cool. I see those thumbs up. Dope. Money over here. Hey. Be up in the video like cool. I actually played longer than I was supposed to because I actually like it. So yeah, salute to you, King. Let me just say this. Let me turn this. I'm not done with you, Miss Lady Scribe. Let me tell you something. King Classic got good music, and he's trying to get his music out there, and we don't need people like you trying to scam and stop somebody's dream, all right? So, to you, King Classic, I want to say keep doing what you're doing. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for exposing this scammer. We get money over here, and I wish you the best. Keep on getting that money. Keep on repping and doing what you do for Houston. I wish you the best of luck at South by Southwest. Kill it on the shows. Send us links to your performance. Let us know how you did. Let us know how you've been doing. And make sure you don't get got no more, okay? Cool. So we're going to, blast this show, get it out. I think I'm actually going to re-air this show on Periscope live because you guys know this only lasts 24 hours. But it was a very cool episode, so I may rebroadcast it, okay? Because we had some technical difficulties and I started really, really late, and I apologize for that. But we're done. We done exposed scammers. We done exposed trifling hoes. We done did a lot. So we're gonna kick it out. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah. Make sure you're following us. Tap that Perry icon. Click the follow button. Click the share button. You ain't gotta invite nobody right now because it's late. You done missed it. If you invite somebody right now, but invite them and maybe they'll watch the replay. So go ahead and invite them. But thank you all for tuning in. I'm your host, Tamara Bubble, and let me just tell y'all, I started late. It was because of Amazon. I'm just going to put that out there. Dear Amazon. But it's not a rant because it was a dope episode. But thank you all for tuning in. You and them underage strippers. Let me turn the screen again. Scammer this week was Lady Scribe. Screenshot action if you didn't get none of that going on earlier. And I'm going to go to see if I can find this is where King Classic will be performing at South by Southwest. If you're out there, support the homie. Tell him UgonGetGot sent you. Tell him you saw what happened. You heard his story. You like his music, and you came through just to show some love. Word. To have $1 from every dreamer, you gotta scheme them. I thank you guys for tuning in. If you'd like to be a guest, if you've been scammed, unfortunately, we have a way for you to blast and expose a scammer. Thanks for sending those screenshots up in the room. I see them and I love them, and I appreciate you all. Have a good night. We'll be getting got up out here in these streets, okay? So yeah, happy South by Southwest for those of you who didn't get got. Oh, by the way, you know what? I really wanted to go to South by Southwest this year. I almost cried when they said that Obama and the missus, both Michelle and Barack, are going to be keynote speakers in different segments. I think Michelle is going to be part of the music expo one, and Obama's going to be part of the interactive one. So, I really wanted to go this year, but I got other things to do. Okay, so so Mr. and Mrs. Obama, I will see you all soon, but not at South by Southwest. King Classic, kill it, cool. And thank you all for tuning in. Bye. Bubble on deck, and you gonna get got. But try not to get got. And I'm going to try to get up out of this broadcast.